So that next week, all my little problems and woes seemed to really take a back burner. I even forgot the fact that I was 25 and single. And that is a big event. Because as I said last night, I kept waiting. You know, like my real life was going to show up after I got married. And until then, I was just kind of wasting time. And I won't get off on that. That's another session for all the young women here. But you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes we think, well, until I have a significant other, or until this happens in my life, or until this happens in my life, then I'll really take off. Then I'll really do something. And each of you have something in your mind that you think you're waiting for. And today is a clarion wake-up call. Don't wait. Don't wait. God wants you to start some things now. You will have so much joy when you start glowing and you start sharing that glow with other people. I honestly forgot the fact that week that I was single. I started focusing on Mary. And the next Tuesday night came, and Mary and I had an awesome time getting to know each other. And I learned that she'd come from a very, very affluent Catholic family. She even went to private schools all her life. She'd been an honor roll student. And she even told me, she said, you know, I was even a model at one time when I was a young girl. And she said, what a waste, look at me. And I said, Mary, your life's not over yet. Over the course of the next few weeks, Mary and I had many, many more Bible studies. And I began to work on the security guard at the place. You learn real quick who's in charge. And I worked tirelessly to convince him that I was credible and responsible enough to take Mary outside of the building, which was like Fort Knox. And so he promised me that I could take her to church. And so, for the first time in my life, I drove a church bus, a church van, and I bribed all of the rest of the people in the Bible study group with McDonald's. And so the first Sunday night, I had a van full of new friends of mine. I don't know if it was the McDonald's or the church, but whatever, it worked. And so for the first time in my life, I had a van full of new friends that I brought to church. And I didn't sit in the back row. I marched them down to the second row.
All right.
Because I wanted them to experience the power of God. I know that the teaching that they were getting there was wonderful, but if you don't know the higher power, you're not going to have life change. Deliverance doesn't come by quoting 12 steps. You have to know the deliverer. And I thought, these people are desperate. I'm going to bring them where the deliverer shows up every week because he inhabits the praises of his people. And I watched over the course of that summer, we had 15 of those people. Convicts, people that were just homeless, people that were desperate, but their life was just as valuable as mine. They had had horrible circumstances that drove them to those places. And over the course